Guitar hang number 12. Numbers are important, folks. Get them right. Because I haven't been the last couple of videos. So how's it going? Today's topic of guitar discussion is just going to be how the band's doing, how the drummer's coming along. There'll be, some video clips of us jamming a little bit, a little here and there. It's really interesting kind of trying to get a new band member. It's the first time we've kind of been through it as a band. The people that kind of started No Regard were all the original people, and you lose a drummer and there's obviously no bad feelings or no resentment towards somebody wanting to go do something else or have a different kind of lifestyle. That's all cool and good. But then once you do start inviting people in and jamming with other people, you do kind of start to realize that while you might be able to get close to finding somebody who kind of does the same thing, it's probably never going to be the same thing again, and that's difficult. There's a bit of worry that kind of goes through, especially we had recorded our whole first album, and then before the album is even out, we're having to look for a new drummer. So we weren't really able to play shows, or haven't been able to play shows kind of in a way that we would like to have when we put out the album. We could have waited till we had a drummer, but it just made more sense to kind of be active, put music out, put out music with the old drummer, so that those songs could kind of live as the songs that they were. And then obviously new drummer guy is trying to learn those songs, but also give him the opportunity to kind of start new, and for the next album to really be something that he's a part of and that he gets to kind of build his parts for. That's why we kind of continued to move forward. But I would say the first couple of practices and feeling everything out, it's easy to kind of be in your head, or kind of doubting what's happening just because it's not what you were used to. But change is good, and so I think we're kind of starting to grow together. It's been 3 whole practices, but there's improvement every practice, and it's really starting to kind of feel like we're getting to a point of being able to play shows. I think right now our goal that we kind of put down on paper is that at the beginning of this next year of 2025, we'll start playing shows. So until then, it will be mainly practicing the songs that exist, and then maybe trying to add a few songs to the repertoire, get out and play some shows, start tearing it up and letting people come out and really being able to kind of play that album consistently and play it out and do what we all really want to do, which is play as many shows as possible. One of the goals that we did have, we're youngins trying to figure it out. We're not young. John, the new drummer, is younger than we are, but we're really going to kind of focus on, some very local shows to where we're at in Minneapolis, Minnesota. We'd like to kind of venture out to Duluth and obviously, kind of branch out, but we just want to play some shows and really get some experience under our belt and maybe start working towards a new album in 2025. One that John can be a part of and put his parts to. Yeah. Other than that, I'm gonna be going on a Boundary Waters trip on today is Tuesday, so this Thursday. Going out to the Boundary Waters for a few days with my brother and sister. That should be a fun trip. My brother says he's going to bring a guitar, so there will be guitars. We'll be hanging. Out in the wilderness of Minnesota/Canada, Superior National Forest, maybe. That should be a lot of fun. What else musically? I watched an interview with Jerry Cantrell on the Rick Beato channel today. Rick Beato's a great interviewer, talks to some really cool artists and get some cool insight from them. My favorite Alice in Chains album is Jar of Flies. I love that album front to back, and Nutshell is like that. The guitar solo in that song is maybe, I say this stuff all the time, probably one of my favorite guitar solos. One of maybe the most memorable ones at a young age for me. It was like I heard that guitar solo and it meant so much to me that like it made me want to play guitar. And so I tried to listen to some of the current Alice in Chains stuff and some of the new Jerry Cantrell stuff. And while I respect the guy, I could never do what he does. It's just not my cup of tea. I don't know necessarily why. I'll probably come back to it and give it more of a chance. I always tell myself that, as being a musician, somebody who spends years and years working on something and writing it, and while I don't have to love every artist, you really do have to give it more than like one shot. You got to live with art. Sometimes art is challenging in the beginning and rewarding after a while. It doesn't always have to be instant gratification. And I guess that's what I'm gonna leave you with is, even with a new drummer, it doesn't have to be instant gratification. Sometimes you got to work at it for a bit till it feels right and it starts to click and everybody's kind of on the same page. When you're listening to music, that's what I would hope for. I'd hope people would give our album more than just one listen through. I would hope that they come back to it and that it's not just some kind of one and done type of event for them. Really like to make music that people want to come back to and is timeless and they can live with it for longer periods of time. I know that's not really the direction that most music is going these days, but that's how I consume music, and I believe that there's other people out there that like to consume music in that way as well. And hopefully there will be some kids that come along and can carry that torch, and I'll be around to support them and encourage encourage them to do the same thing. So that's this week's Guitar Hang. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you like this video. I hope you get a little bit of insight from it. I hope you like my music and subscribe. That'd be great. Thanks. Have a great night. Peace.